It all began in the mid-19th century. Several generations of women's suffrage supporters lectured, wrote, marched, lobbied, and practiced civil disobedience to achieve what many Americans considered a radical change of the Constitution. The right for women to vote were first proposed in the U.S. in July 1848 at the Seneca Falls Women's Rights Convention, organized by Elizabeth Stanton and Lucretia Mott. Lucretia Mott was born Lucretia Cofer. She was raised in a Quaker community in Massachusetts. In 1818, she was serving as a minister. After the Great Separation of 1827, with her skills in ministry, she began to make public speeches for abolition. In 1840, she was selected as a delegate for the World's Anti-Slavery Convention in London. At this convention, this is where Elizabeth Stanton credited conversations with Mott with the idea of holding a mass meeting to address women's rights to vote. Elizabeth Stanton was born November 12, 1815 in Johnston, New York. She was an abolitionist and leading figure of the early women's movement. As an eloquent writer, her declaration of sentiments was a revolutionary call for women's rights. Stanton was a participator of the National Women's Suffrage Association for 20 years, and she worked closely beside Susan B. Anthony. Susan B. Anthony was born February 15, 1820. She was raised in a Quaker community. Susan went to work as a teacher before becoming a leading figure in the abolitionist and women's voting rights movement. With the hard work of Elizabeth Stanton and Susan B. Anthony put into the National Women's Suffrage Association, Susan was able to write a letter to Congress to try to get the 19th Amendment passed. Although all their hard work paid off and they finally made a victory of the 19th Amendment passing in 1920, unfortunately Susan B. Anthony wasn't able to see the victory because of her death on March 13, 1906. This milestone was achieved after a difficult struggle of agitation and protest by many generations of women that secured a promising achievement for women of that era and for eras to come.